James Howell. Welcome to the Deltahead Stream. That's right, it's over there. Yeah, so big day today. Taking a break from my own news saturation to stream some Biohazard, Gun Survivor, the Japanese edition. I have a Japanese PlayStation 2 that came in, which means Biohazard Gun Survivor is compatible with the GunCon one. Funnily enough, given there's maybe some overlap here, the U.S. version was released with only controller support, only DualShock support, because the Columbine shooting had recently happened. We cared about things like that then, and so they removed it out of sensitivity for people's feelings and outrage. The Japanese, which made Biohazard Gun Survivor kind of a rough game, kind of a rough release, because it was designed for the GunCon in mind, and that's something that we're going to look at today as we play through. One second, I'm pulling up chat on the iPad here, and yeah, so we're going to look at that as we play through. Just as a note, it's 1/6/2021. Yeah, just it's been a hell of a day, and I seriously, deeply, from the core of my being, hope that every insurrectionist who set foot in the Capitol building today is arrested and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law for trying to disrupt basic national processes. It disgusts and enrages me. Yeah, so, having dealt with that slow simmer of indignation and outrage today, I am happy to finally kind of take a full news break and drop myself into a fantasy world where I can use this light gun to shoot things with aplomb. Evening, Mexican Sting. It's good to see you. Tonight's going to be a fun one. I think it is a shame that the events of the day happen to fall on this particular stream, because I have been looking forward to this for a long time. I've got to tell you, one of the things that I actually hoped the most I would be able to do when I started streaming at all was, I thought, you know what, it would be amazing if one day this game that so Resident Evil Gun Survivor is supposed to be like one of the worst Resident Evil games, and I knew that it was designed for a peripheral that it didn't operate with, and just like I was thinking, like, man, you know what, streaming might justify getting new hardware, new games, and stuff like that, and wouldn't it be cool if I could play Gun Survivor as it was meant to? And now we are. It is Gun Survivor is this. This is, it is a light gun game. Light gun Resident Evil / Biohazard game. And good evening, Margin. It's good to see you. Also, Dreambalm. That's good to see you, too. And yeah, what a day. I've been watching the New York Times live stream of the Senate votes, and just kind of hit news saturation. Had to duck out. Gun Survivor is a light gun game that uses a lot of assets from Resident Evil 2. Honestly, the zombies in this game are among the best that look, the best looking on the PlayStation 1 hardware, both in terms of animation and textures. Probably because, actually, I'm thinking about this, probably because, like, in typical sort of shooting gallery fashion, they kind of come close to you, and you're going to get a really good up-close look at them, so they can't really be, like, they have to be a little higher resolution textures. Oh, cool. Yeah, RE2 Remake is a great place to enter the series. I really feel like the remakes are doing a very good job of reintroducing people, of introducing people to the aesthetic and the sort of like fictional texture of the Resident Evil games, and being able to sort of like an archaeologist spelunk back in time to look at the older games, I think is a fun project. Yeah, of course, Mexican Sting. I'm grateful that y'all are out here. I appreciate the camaraderie, and I was kind of like should I stream today? Things are kind of heavy today. What should I do? What's the right thing to do? And then I just decided the right thing to do is to pay attention, keep living life as normal, because the more you allow that sort of disruption to interfere and sort of occlude your vision for the things that are that matter to your life on a day-to-day basis, that is sort of letting that sort of terrorism inch closer to its successful goal. So fuck those guys, and we're going to play some games. Yeah, the slowdowns. Yeah, the slowdowns. It happens a little bit in this, and I think it's the result of some of the kind of janky ways that they solve aiming. We'll look at that when we get into the controls. Anyway, so here is so Japanese PS2. That's what it has to run on, and I've got kind of a new setup tonight specifically for this. GunCon streams require some weird cable splitting because it only takes an analog signal, and I have to take I have to take the analog signal from the PS2, split it to the capture device, and also to an analog TV, a CRT, which is what this can only play on. So it's kind of a mess and a project. So we're but actually, Gun Survivor's design really lends itself well to this kind of thing because it's weirdly a roguelite. Before, I think that was even like a genre, because you can't save midway through. It is not a Resident Evil in the typical format where you can save partway through. You only save when you die and fail to continue. You have 4 continues. You can use them all, or just let the counter go down in an arcade fashion, or you beat the game. And then you can save the file. When you save the file, you don't save your progress, but you save all of your guns and ammunition, so that when you start over again, you have all that stuff to sort of help plow through. So yeah, it's got like weird roguelite qualities. Yeah, exactly. It's got that sort of Hades feel to it. And what I'm gonna do is load up a. I played through the game last night and beat it, and I'm gonna load up that save file so I have all the guns there. I'm going to try to keep it close to kind of the guns that you would expect to have at a given point in the game to kind of maintain some of the tension. But yeah. Oh, hold on, time to. Oh, God. Help me. Yeah, and weirdly enough, so this is something I did not know about Evening Viper. Yeah, good to see you. I hope your lunch is good. Whoops. Yeah, so Gun Survivor is... What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So this is the weird thing. The Japanese and U.S. hardware, I did not know this. The Japanese and U.S. PlayStation 2s do not accept the same software because there is a little bit of a key code at the start that the system looks for to say, can this disc be booted? It's one of the reasons why a lot of pirated stuff doesn't work on there, because it doesn't have that little... It's one of the reasons why you need like a boot disc to load pirated games, because it gives it that code that says this is a real game, and then you swap the discs out, old school style. But all of the peripherals work. The memory cards work. If I throw a memory card that's got my US game saves on there, all those saves pull up just fine. And I can also save a Japanese game's save file onto the thing. And also, the US GunCon works, which makes me very happy. Evening, Dustin. Yeah, we're gonna read a story today, and it's going to be entirely in Japanese. So good luck. Which is another feature of this. This actually, I am not the first person to benefit from this, but my Japanese is actually improving a little bit in terms of kanji recognition. Of common video game verbs, so that's welcome. I also now know what a telephone is in kanji, the denwa, so that's neat. So yes, exactly, Dreambomb. And yes, thank you. And also, I don't remember if I said this. Hi, Dustin. And yes, this is my break from the day's news. So, yeah, the GunCon. Let's just kind of go over what these controls are real fast, because this is integral to how the game is played. You might remember from the GunCon 2 that there was a D-pad that was on the back, not featured. There were side buttons that emulate the shoulder buttons, and there were like kind of an A and B button up here at the front. So what the GunCon 1 has is severely pared back. It has the trigger, and it has A, and it has B. Thank you, Mexican Sting. Yeah. Actually, see here, if you can kind of see, as I was playing through yesterday, I was taking notes. So I can I've used this is a favorite book, James Heisig's kanji and kana memorization tools actually are very effective for me. And so this is a good companion. Oh yeah, no, and it is in fact a very different experience with the GunCon, and a lot of the things that kind of sucked about the controller design absolutely make sense when you do this. I mean, it's not ideal in some ways, but you understand that basically this game was designed to solve interaction problems posed by the GunCon controller, and they had a lot more buttons to work with on the DualShock 1, but at the same time they didn't add any additional functionality. So the limited number of things that you can do with this controller basically cross over to the DualShock. But so yeah, and this will be best illustrated. So yeah, just to introduce you to the features: trigger A, B. Let's see. I don't know if the GunCon can. Yeah, where's my? Okay, I think this only has confirm and back. So let me just do a hard reset on the thing. Oh. I was very pleased by the console get. It was a better price than I was expecting to find. Also, because there's a kind of a new audio setup, if anybody has any problems with the audio balance, please let me know. I've got the microphone over here. My voice projects this way, so if that's a problem, let me know, and I'll try to rework this. Let's see if I can very gently get my headset in order. Okay. I love it, old Capcom logo, right? And this note right here is telling you that if you want the ideal experience, play it with headphones on, which I am. Although it is unfortunately going to be mono-aural because of the way that this TV actually only has mono input, so it's an old VCR TV combo, so it's kind of limited on some features. Let's see. Also, I wish I could show you the size of the TV without dismantling this setup, but it's quite small, so that's an additional challenge. Oh, got it. It also kind of screws up a little bit with the GunCon, so the fix for that I've found is to actually turn the TV off, then turn it back on. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Let me turn the volume up on my end. Give me one sec here. I think I know what's up. There we go. Cool. So as you see there, the A and B, that refers to these buttons here on the side.
Biohazard. Gun survivor.
Yeah. You know, in Resident Evil 4, they actually credit the guy who does the voice in the end credits. I think that's pretty neat. So yes, this gun, I have 5 out of 8 stars for gun, meaning I'm missing a few. Yeah, a lot of this is in English. The audio is in English, and it's side titles the Japanese dialogue. It's very interesting how they conserve screen space. And I've seen this in Resident Evil Outbreak, but nowhere else.
Where am I? Oh! I don't remember anything. Who am I?
So if you can just give me just a feedback here. How is the audio? Can you hear him speak? And is it comfortable compared to the volume of my voice when I am looking this way and talking? Cool. Thank you. Much appreciated. So, here's how you move in the world of Resident Evil Gun Survivor, and this is so fascinating! I am so stoked to figure this out. It's just like, oh my god. So, okay, you move forward and backward, and you pivot. To pivot, you see, got this right here, like that, and that. You use the A and the B buttons to move side to side. Now, if you want to shoot, of course, as you do in a gun game, you aim at the screen, and when you expend your clip, you reload. Now, you might wonder, well, why don't you just reload before your clip is spent? That is because the traditional verb used to reload a game in a light gun game is taken away from you in the interest of letting your character move. For those who don't play a lot of light gun games, the way that you typically reload is you fire off screen, and then you go back to shooting. And Gun Survivor 2, Gun Survivor, Resident Evil Dead Aim, that Gun Survivor, solves the locomotion problem with a D-pad on the back of the controller, which is very uncomfortable and awkward, and it hurts my thumb. This game has a similar design problem to solve. Is it Resident Evil if you're on rails? And their answer was no, it has to be an adventure. So that means you have to have free movement in the environment. How do you get free movement in an environment when you just have 3 buttons on a controller like this? The answer is you pull the trigger and you walk forward. If you need to go back, tap twice. And if you want to run, you have to hold the trigger down for a second and then tap it again real quickly. And so that's how you move in this game. So this boggled my mind. Yes, it also flashes, and it's trying to tell whether or not you made a shot. And if it sees you didn't land a shot, then it says, okay, you're moving. Which is like, okay, so this blew my mind when I was playing Gun Survivor on the DualShock. Like, why the hell can't I reload? That's such a basic function, especially in a first-person shooter, and this is why. And I love knowing that. It is a absolute validation of my impulse to want to play this game. And it solves a mystery that has been bugging me in the back of my head for 20 years because I know the designers at Capcom are not dummies, and there actually was a reason for it. So, yeah. And again, the graphics on this are quite good. I really think the graphics on this game are probably among the best in any of the PS1 Resident Evils. We'll be able to see this when we get to the posters, but they actually do some sort of fish lens field of view manipulation of the of the textures. But this is one of the only games in the Resident Evil series where you're going to be able to get up close and look at things. So they want to make sure that that looks good. Yeah, I dig it. So let me... also, the way that you access your menu is press those together. Just kind of give it a pinch. And... excuse me. It's interesting. Some of the menu is in English and some of it is in Japanese. Like once you get past the item, then the Handgun B. Yep, Handgun B. Handgun B is my preference because here I can show you. You start with Handgun A, and if you watch, I'm definitely pulling the trigger more times than I'm landing a shot, but handgun B... Whoop. And hitting a zombie multiple times, even if you're not landing a headshot, kind of sends them to the floor. And if you're dealing with a group of them, that's actually a more effective outcome, I find, than trying to distribute shots evenly. Same Mexican Sting. I admire the gutsiness, and I also wish it were more likely for something like that to happen now. Excuse me. Okay, so here we go. There is no confirm. This was also something that seemed very strange to me. There is no confirm button when you hit an interactable object like a door or an item. It just automatically picks it up or sends you through.
You look familiar, but... but I just can't remember. Ark Thompson, huh? Though I can't remember anything, I know that this was no way for anyone to die. What?
That, however, is a perfect way for somebody to die, says Ark Thompson, amnesiac in the room. So this is an old cracked key. It will break once used. So the adventure game design on this one, let's see if I can... This might not be the best place to illustrate it. The adventure game design in this one, in order to encourage replay, it is not a simple series of straightforward start here, go there, go there, go there, down the line. There are certain nodes where, let's say you start here, the path branches in 3 directions. You can choose one of those paths, play in one of 3 different levels, and they all reconverge in another hub. And so when you know, like for here we're going to go through that door because I went through another one the last time, and I, you know, for my own interest, would like to see something new. Yeah, so when I go through one of these 3 doors, I will end up in the same place inevitably, and the door to go backward for any of them will be locked on the other side, so it prevents you from exploring all possible avenues on the same playthrough. Yes, Dream Bomb, these are direct lifts from the RE2 zombies. I feel like they might have touched them up a little bit. I'm not sure if maybe I'm kind of thinking more polygons or what. Let me see. Or if the textures are higher resolution. Oh, no. For some reason, that looks like that poster there that's right above my bullet count. My brain is identifying the man as Patrick Swayze and the woman as Jennifer Lawrence. But I don't think they ever starred in something together, so I don't know what abstractions I'm seeing or, you know, poking those parts of the brain. But yeah, something that you might see here, it is effective and non-intrusive, but if you look at this poster directly in front of me, you'll see it kind of fish lens a little bit as I turn. So it gets broader. Yeah, it kind of snaps a little bit there. It gets broader as it goes into my periphery, and then it snaps and becomes clearer as it is directly in front of me. So that is a visual trick that I am not familiar with from other Resident Evils. And actually, if you look at the way that the bricks are sort of buckled up there, that's another feature of this. You can kind of see it start to balloon out even more when they get on the edge. Yes, Margin, this is in... No, actually, this is not Raccoon City. This is Sheena Island. Sheena Island, which is never visited again. This is the only time it appears in the Resident Evil series. Is a place with another Umbrella laboratory, and they have a similar outbreak, and you are caught amid it. So there, I'm using the old key. And for the first time in the Resident Evil series, the door opening animations actually have a sort of continuity. Now, something that you're going to see, the way the game handles being able to move, being able to adjust your line of sight to an enemy, is if you shoot it, it automatically centers on them. Which carries a few problems, because if I'm like moving over here and I start shooting, all of a sudden my aim is off. So it is an imperfect solution. And yeah, there's some slowdown there. Margin, I agree. I think Umbrella's security and quality control seems to stop at virus potency, not quite on security. Restaurant something person get. I'm looking at the volume of text in these things and remembering the volume of text that are in the regular files, and I'm wondering just how much deeper this written content is. Storage. But yeah, if you look at this, I mean, this is for a PS1. This is a lovely environment. It is actually easier for me to look over there and see chat this time through than otherwise. Let's see. What am I looking at map-wise? Okay. It's weird. Oh, wait, here. About to say, seems like an awful lot of trouble to go through just to load a hallway. There we go. Green herb. And they load entire areas. There's no streaming levels on this. I mean, obviously, yeah, this is where I want to go. So the areas that you enter are quite small. It winds up loading a lot of smaller rooms. Crap. Oh yeah, this is another thing about the controls that you might think that so when you double tap either A or B, your character will whip around, and you might think that that is a quick turn, but in fact it is not. In order to help you get your bearings as an adventure player, when you double tap it, it will automatically whip your point of view around to the nearest point of interest. So here, as you see, there's a key there, and so when I keep tapping this, it keeps trying to reorient to that. So let me go pick this up. And now, when I double tap it, it orients to the door, to the exit. So, you know, if you're not interested in sort of soaking up the mood and you just want to find the next thing to shoot, you can do that, and it sort of on-rails it for you. What are we at? 750? Okay, cool. This game can take about 3 hours on a playthrough, or probably a little bit longer since we're going to kind of be talking through it. So I'm glad I've budgeted out some time tonight. Oh yeah, and zombies also respawn when you leave the room. Unfortunately, your points of interest can also be the zombies that are attacking you. So if you need to quick switch between targets, you double tap this, and it helps you out. Let me guess how long that's going to hold up. Let's go ahead and lean into that. Music's kind of groovy. Actually, kind of want to listen to it. Oh no, 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 no! So yeah, it is cool that they do have some dynamic music where it shifts from combat to just, you know, adventure exploration. Oh yeah, you can also if you want to reload from the menu, which is a little strange. I mean, you can absolutely break the reality of the game by running out of bullets, reloading in the menu, and then continuing to fire. Yeah, this is the Olive Garden gone to seed. And oh, a restaurant run by Umbrella. What a strange thing! It's not even a subsidiary of Umbrella. They just put the pharmaceutical logo right up there, huh? Card. Something. Do I have an ID card? Oh. I just unlocked it. Cool. I'm gonna tell you, dogs in this game are horrid. Oh yeah, and for extra, I feel horrible about myself. If you continue shooting an animal or a zombie as it's going through its dying animations, it will continue to replay its "I'm dying" sound effect. So you can just, I mean, the most heart-wrenching sound in all of Resident Evil is hearing the dog when you finally finish it, and you can just, in your panic and flurry of shooting, keep hearing that over and over again. Yeah, Pfizer, they put Zoloft in the crab. Let's see, was it South End Theater? Yeah, the signs in this are remarkably clear. Also, I think this might be one of the few Resident Evil games where they actually do have to create a dynamic environment rather than you know, pre-rendered. So this must have been a new technical challenge for them. Yeah, Stream Bomb, very sadly, dogs actually wind up being the very first thing that that sends you a scamperin' to shelter. Now these guys Jesus. I kind of wish they had a few more stun opportunities. For a light gun shooter, I feel like one of the things that is missing is maybe a few more opportunities to be a bit clever and a bit tactical and precise. It really is just about emptying as many bullets as possible into whatever is attacking you. So there's no like vulnerable moment where you can land a shot and get a pushback. Dead aim actually does a better job of this, I think. Actually, no, you do not get the shotgun yet, but I also do have the shotgun. So I should probably use it on the harder ones, huh? At least it took me until the prison to get the shotgun when I played through. I might have missed it if it was offered earlier. So we have anything here? You do not. I imagine there's also a little bit of a kind of rock, paper, scissors with the different grenade types, but I have not been able to figure out what that is in this game. They seem... Oh, hold on.
Vincent.
Who is this? Vincent? Who's that? Wait. Am I Vincent?
Vincent, you are a murderer. A murderer.
A murderer? What are you talking about? Answer me! Who did I kill?
Welcome, Viper. I believe you will survive the gun. Actually, something about the title has a kind of inadvertent sense to it because your guns and your ammunition carry over when you save the game, but your progress doesn't. Ark himself is not, in fact, the survivor, but the guns survive. So it is about a gun survivor. Let's see, shotgun. Oh no, yeah, this game. I gotta tell you, when Thomas Wilde's big Resident Evil. Yeah, there we go. Plot FAQ. God bless him. He even had, let's see. He, excuse me, even had a section devoted to this game and what it meant for the canon. It's a doggedness and a comprehensiveness I respect. So we have, what is this? Entertainment Club Entrepot? Entrepot? The entree is making me think that POT means something other than my Anglo instincts are telling me. I went through the hospital last time, so I don't know, what do you think? Library or entertainment arcade? First bid gets it. Story FAQ probably on GameFAQs. It is a giant document. All right, arcade it is. That's actually cool. That cutscene did not happen when I went into the hospital last time.
What's that?
Okay. Just listening to something. Yeah, Scott's shooting game, super meta. I'm remembering something now. When I played this on PS1 for like back 20 years ago, I had a kind of a cheat disc that would enable you to kind of read the resources and look directly at the FMVs on any given disc. And I actually remember looking at that FMV, and it was titled something like "The Entrance of Hank," which, I mean, these guys obviously are very hunk-like from Resident Evil 2, and I thought it was interesting that dude, there's Hunk, and that's maybe his lesser respected cousin, Hank. Man who loves Umbrella products and Umbrella accessories. So what kind of games do we have here? One sad thing about this is you cannot look up and down. So you kind of have to... I can't quite make that out. But it looks cool. Oh, excellent. Well, Margin, you are in for a rabbit hole, my friend. A one that oh, jeez, that scared me. That meant a lot to me, so I hope you get some good out of it. Oh, look, a Dino Crisis poster! And that looks kind of Capcom-y too. I want to say I'm getting Ghosts and Goblins vibes from it, but I'm not 100% sure. At least the little red blob there on the front kind of looks to me like the little demon that shows up, you know? I forget his name. Who are you? Oh, that's actually... I know this from having played the game to completion. That is actually a top-down map of Sheena Island. So that's where I am. I do like that they made this place interesting to look at and behold. Got some driving games here, got a money changer. And it's locked? What am I looking for here? Is this an office? It does appear to be an office.
What? What the?
Die, Vincent! Die!
Librarians have got a real big grudge against the arcade. Well, if they didn't want us shooting at the arcade, they wouldn't have built it within shooting distance, says the librarian. I think it's interesting that they chose, like, aesthetically to go with, like, the jaguar growl, or, you know, kind of yell for the death sound of those cleaners. This is where the forbiddenest arcades are. Power Man. Too powerful to be allowed in with the other games. Oh, Jesus. That caught me by surprise. I'm Fruit Pot Casino. Oh, hey, it's DLC Cola. Actually, that's probably the interrupted branding of Volcano. But, you know, with the polygons and the curve, it looks like DLC Cola, which I'm still going to go with. The wooden box. I mean, gotta put quarters in to get your drink out. That's kind of the essence of DLC, right? Slotto machine something. As far as my Japanese proficiency goes, I am pleased that I am getting better at being able to recognize what katakana loanwords are on the first verbalization. Ooh, what is this? Handgun C. What treasure are you? Yeah, the menu isn't exactly organized. I mean, it's true. You gave him the money for the Sprite. Oh, this has a slower fire rate, but I expect the trade-off... This is actually a slower fire rate than the starting gun, so the trade-off is probably that it's more powerful. Not my preference right now, but I'll try it. So this is an instance where the door is locked because this is the end of one of the other three paths that they all sort of terminate in the same node area. This is one of the few Resident Evil games that the health down there, it actually does not have red caution. It has a pretty generous fine, a deceptively generous fine, a actually lesser degree of caution, and then danger is like you're really at this you know, on the edge of death. I'm really interested to look at this door as it is. Rendering. There are very few polygons and textures that render so far off in this game. This is kind of an anomaly for what you're going to encounter, so I'm actually curious to see what that contorts into. Yeah, it looks like it's loaded a second version. Yeah, I mean, it almost looks like they're loading in conflicting versions of the door that are trying to vie for presence at the same time. Yeah, Dream Bomb, the graffiti there actually reminds me of Howell's secret lab, do not enter. Spray paint over his door like he's a teenager telling people to get out of his bedroom. No, it's charming like that. Viper, yes, I agree. The games that I have appreciated the most have been where caution seems to be pretty finely divided in between yellow and red caution, but that's not something they always offer. Okay, this is the sewer maintenance worker's diary. He would be the guy who was firing at us from the library.
Picture. No, this is me. I am Vincent. It was all my fault. Who are you?
Wait. Please don't kill me. I didn't know anything about you then.
Stop.
I'm noticing that Ark, just to spoil the ending, I know that's a gripping story with many turns. This is not, in fact, Vincent. His name is Ark Thompson. He actually doesn't do the typical amnesiac thing of having a moment where he looks in the mirror. So it's interesting to me that, maybe it's implied that he saw his reflection in the shooting that I'm doing, but that he recognizes that that is him in the photograph. Hey, that's me. Yeah, sorry, Ark. Nothing will top Ike's moment of self-identification. This actually kind of reminds me of the photograph room in Evil Within. Easel Within. The easel within. Anything in you? Nothing in you. 15 to 60%? I see. Yeah, I think what's interesting about this is I don't really know what the relative damage amount is between different enemies' hits. The first time I played through, I get hit by dogs a lot, and seem to stay on fine for a really long time. I don't know if they just made those particularly weaker incidents because they're harder to hit. Yeah, I don't know. But, oh god! No. We're not doing that. Yeah, I like to save my healing items until I'm on danger, because you'll get thrown a red herb, and you know, then you just got this useless enhancement healing item hanging in your inventory. Paradise. With menacing lighting on the letters to make it seem even larger. Yeah, so this is the prison, to kind of like hit home that they're doing the weird, ironic naming. Yeah, actually, let's take a look at that. I'm going to take a break real fast. I think it's probably just a fixed texture. Yeah, it's not changing based on my perspective, so they probably, yeah, they just that's fixed and static. So, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. here. He's actually a really good dude. How do you feel about hanging out, huh? Feel like that's something you're interested in doing? Maybe it is. Let's find out. Very carefully negotiate my physical existence while maintaining a cat. Alright. Got a co-pilot tonight. Oh, this is rare. This is real paradise right here. You know, big boy, yes you are. This hardly seems fair. Headshots don't seem to do jack in this. Okay, yeah, this is a slower firing but more impactful weapon. Oh my god, he's drooling right down my arm. Hey, buddy. Oh no. Oh god, I'm gonna die. That's what happens when your panda leaves you. You immediately go into danger. It's the only thing protecting you. There we go. That's good for what ails ya. See, like, I think I landed as many shots on his head as I would have on his body to get him to go down. But, no luck. I don't know. I've got a feeling about that coat and hat and that coat rack that I'm not quite able to articulate, but it makes me think of something. Probably, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I am doing more to these zombies with body shots than I am with headshots. Or maybe it's proximity based. I was, oh, damn it, wrong way. I was kind of sniping at that dude, so maybe that has something to do with it. Oh god, again. Okay. is. Beautiful. Okay. Okay. Just curious if shooting the environment would have any results. It does not. Imprisonment area. Okay, well that seemed to be effective. Alright. Rope. What if this is the... I mean, it's a Capcom game, and I'm thinking about something from Konami, but I would really like to think that this is part of the rope metaverse. This is, in fact, the same rope that Ike had to interrupt its passage of time to safely descend the tower that Eckert pushed him off of. Okay, I think I remember this from last time. This might be one of the few environmental items you can interact with. Wow, there's some slowdown on those guys. I'm listening to the sound of that, and I'm trying to decide if it is the same sound playing at different moments of collision, or if they have a preset set of collision sounds, because they're different each time. And it would be very interesting to me if there was a level of attention to detail to this one small interactable where they gave it like multiple sound effects for people who are like me, like shooting at dumb things in an environment. Which, if you got a shooting game, why not, right? I actually think they're different sound effects, different canned sound effects for when it flies up. Cool. Oh yeah, no, totally. Have you ever noticed Metal Gear Solid 2 also has guns? Pretty sketchy creative process there, if you ask me. Yeah, I know. We were all thinking it. That's my my role as stream host, is to make sure it gets out there so no one's stewing on it subconsciously. Wow, let us slow down here. Wonder why there's a lot of slowdown here, but not so much like in the sewer level, where I could see quite a lot farther. Maybe it's because there are more walls or something? I don't know. kind of cheaty to give me a row of cells and not have any presents inside. Missed dungeon opportunities. Yeah, shoot. Evening Arc. It's good to see you. Focus on surviving. Also a conspiracy. I mean, honestly, we're kind of dealing with the herb story here. What? Got like a down staircase. Let me check my map and see if that's even an option. It is an option. Who lives down here? Ooh. Oh god. So this is one trick you can do if you find yourself running low. You can actually just go to menu and reload your stuff. Feels a little disingenuous, but let's see. You know, actually, now that I'm kind of seeing what it looks like on stream, I think I'm actually going to stick with Gun C strictly because the screen flashes are less abrasive because of how fast I'm hitting the button. Cool. Anything in here? Wow, this is somehow worse jail. Oh, I guess places do have solitary, huh? No, yeah, yesterday oh god. I passed on streaming because I wanted to watch the Haunting Ground run on GDQ, which turned out was an excellent choice. It was a great run. The guy who runs it is one of my favorite streamers. So I was glad to make it. And yeah, I thought, you know what, Tuesday night that'll be cool. Can't imagine anything's going to be happening on Wednesday that I would want to not stream for. And I will never think that about Wednesdays again. Anything living in here that I want to take? Nope. Oh, gross. Using my rope to go through here. And yeah, these are Resident Evil 2's models. Time for some shotgun action. Shotgun's got a pretty long reload time, so let's just play it safe around hunters. Can you jump up? Yes, you can. Crap. Alright, well. Look, he stabbed me clean between my ribs. No major damage. Okay. Yeah, I like to think that hunters are just hearing shotguns constantly in their brains, so when it's in the environment, they're not even paying attention unless the bullets, you know, make contact. I have a hard time thinking of the spread shot actually breaching the skin. I just imagine they just feel the impact as a sort of dull thump. Shotgun is surprisingly snipey in this game. I also am pleased to see that none of the enemies seem to have iframes when they are reacting to getting shot. I think they do in Dead Aim. Yeah, slugs rather than buckshot. I can get behind that. Alright, seems suspiciously clear. Okay. All right, a red herb. Thought I heard something. Oh, that's my own footsteps. Okay. So, get 1, 2, 3 green herbs. I wish there were a way to organize this better. Sadly, there is not. I'm very unnerved by the fact that I can't see whatever is to the right there. It is very unsettling to me.
Die, Vincent!
Well, sir, thank you for locking me in the room with my exit. Oh, I guess that would be it, huh? Dude, back up. No! Okay, did not in fact mean to run directly into his jaws, but, let's see. Maybe I want to save that for a boss, and this is kind of boss-like, so let's go and just do this. What? Oh god, this is not good. I think I'm at risk of getting stun-locked soon. I don't... Is he stopping there? Let me pass. No, 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 go, go, go. Jesus. 2 large alligators. Sheena Island really wanted to one-up Raccoon City.
Umbrella. So this is where the city is controlled from. Oh! What's happening to me?
I'm not 100% confident that... I know I was aiming correctly with the acid shots, but I still don't feel like I got the kind of feedback that my system is looking for, that I was actually doing the right kind of damage. Excuse me. And yeah, here's some of our some great signage from this game. A sign that Silent Hill and Resident Evil do in fact overlap in the same universe. This is clearly a franchise and not a Silent Hill exclusive club. And here's another good piece of signage that I also don't think shows up elsewhere. I mean, it's interesting, like when you've got like different installments in a game series, there are little kind of moments, the kind of brands and things like that that keep recurring, like Narc Cola in Metal Gear. But yeah, Ostrich beer, #1 quality of the world beer, does not show up elsewhere. #1 quality of the world beer. You're right. Actually. No! No, 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 don't do it! Aw, he went back to his starting point. Goodbye. Like how Ark just kind of like looks down at it for a second, and that is interesting though, that this is something I've noticed about this game's level design, is that when you enter into a hallway, 9 times out of 10, the door that you entered through is actually to your right, so there's a flat wall behind you. And I think that might be because when you enter a room, that's often where, because of the close quarters of so many of the level designs, when you enter a room, your spread of enemies are like right there, and they give you a little bit of room to back up into it, to give you some defensive space. So probably the reason why all of those entrances are consistently to your right is so you don't wind up backing out of the room each time when you try to retreat. So that makes sense to me now. Yeah, there's my buckshot. Time to switch back to handgun bullets because I don't want to waste all of my shotgun shells. That alligator was an unexpected bullet tax on the sewer path. Ooh, Magnum rounds. Oh, 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 no, you still have collision even when you're on the ground. I hate you. Alright. Try to plow through this. I am a firm believer that downed enemies should not have collision. Let me run over their wretched bodies. So there are some enemies coming up here that require a lot of bullets. I think I've determined my roleplay strategy here. So what I'm going to do, instead of going to the menu and reloading my gun there in magic time and then continuing to fire at an enemy, I'm going to pretend that Ark Thompson has got just like guns A, B, and C just like stuffed in all of his pockets. And I'm going to load each one of them to the max, so that when I run out of bullets with one, he just pulls out another and then continues firing at him. And that is the way it's going to make sense to me. Ooh. You look like a bullet and health sponge. Stay there. Oh, there's two now. Great.
Hello? Can you hear me? Who are you? What are you doing? Answer me!
Oh, cool. That's, I really dig how they give the impression of looking down on a city from here. Nope, can't break that glass. Jesus! Yeah, take that, pathing. Yeah, I know, it got me too. And Mr. X. Vintage X, go and give it to you. Please don't jump me, lickers. Oh god. Trying to very carefully and slowly walk away from the one that is skittering toward me so I don't alert the other. Jeez. Okay, cool. Aim is much worse one-handed. Is there a door over here? Yes, there is.
Vincent, it's me, your mother.
My mother?
Vincent, please, listen to your mother. I want you to leave Umbrella. I want you to stop performing those terrible crimes and just come back home.
Shh! Don't be afraid. I'm not going to hurt you. What is the tape you were listening to?
I don't know. I was only listening to it because I'm so bored. My brother told me to wait here. Oh, let me go!
Your brother?
Leave her alone! Lily, run, go!
Lord!
Put that down. I won't harm you. I promise.
Liar. You'll kill me if I drop it. I'm not stupid. Now stay back! Don't come any closer!
I know you think that I'm a murderer, but you're wrong. I would never do anything like that.
Yeah, Viper. I was like, yeah, their parents clearly moved here for work. And it was weird that I don't know. I guess like Vincent's private answering machine is on these large computers. I gotta say, I mean, it's awfully gutsy of him. As I see, not just 4 handguns. I've got. Let's see. I have 3 regular sidearms. I've got a Magnum. I have a grenade launcher, and I have a shotgun. So. Kudos for you on believing in your bat, my friend. So this is Sheena Island. Oh, weird. You can only shoot that glass from a particular angle. Or from one particular side. Security camera? Can I shoot the security camera? I cannot. Evening Sluggish. Yeah, no, I am very excited to be able to play this game in its proper form now. It's good to meet you. Yeah, you have to kind of wonder how Vince's mom knows about all the crimes, right? Maybe there was like a particular grade of crime that she was fine with. Let's see. Huh. You know, the only person that I can think of that has an English accent would be Sheva from RE5? Oh boy. I gotta tell you, that 1 second that it takes to open up the possibility to run is kind of hair-raising. Whew. Yeah, unfortunately for the adventure gaming part of this, the controls are a little sluggish, so there aren't really that many options for dealing with enemies that can absorb more shots as they get closer to you. I actually think, and cannot prove, but this is just my intuition, that the enemies actually slow down significantly or pause when your back is turned to them. Because I noticed that enemies seem to come toward me much faster than they catch up with me. So I kind of feel like they might have understood that that's the only real strategy that happens here, so they accounted for that to make it a little easier to get away from them. Oh yeah, that's right. I mean, Wesker's VA kind of vacillates a little bit. Like, in the original Resident Evil, and also in the remake, he's got a very, very American kind of TV English accent. Oh, I think this is a tricky one. Wow, nice work on the sound design of those footsteps. I like that sound. But as I recall from my previous playthrough, walking straight through here trips an alarm. So let's see if this does any difference. Notice, through the metal detect... 1 second. Through the metal detector within 5 seconds, through ID card at left card reader. Okay, you have 5 seconds to get through the metal detector after you use your ID card at the card reader. Yeah. I can read a sign and apply its information. Yeah, I think that scans right, Viper. Oh, crap, dogs. well as just having a good skip. Yeah, the accuracy is a little strange, and it kind of becomes a little sketchier when you factor into the fact that it sort of auto-corrects your gaze based on where the enemy is. So, you know, if your enemy is on the right side and you start firing at it, the screen will adjust your camera so that that enemy is now in the center as your target. So if you keep firing at it over there, all of a sudden your bullets are landing on the right side of the screen at nothing. And it's kind of the same thing when you deal with an enemy that gets close and also has a vertical orientation. So the camera pans down and then up sometimes if it's a jumping enemy, and you reflexively can start to get used to it and account for it, but it's a little tricky. Where are you at, buddy? Like this right here. So in general, kind of like the strategy in general is to pay attention to an enemy on screen, tag it with one shot, let it get centered, and then just keep firing at the center of the screen so it adjusts as little as possible, and your shots continue to land more accurately. Thank you. Get some strong Outbreak File 1 vibes from that jump into the sewer.
Hey!
Let's see, is there anything over here? Nope. No, Hunter. Let's put these things up. What are those kids doing? Ah, no. No, 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 no! Leave me alone. Like, I can kind of accept the kids might have snuck past that hunter. It did just seem to be coming across the bridge when I got there. But, yeah, man, those kids were able to juke their way out of the spiders. Yeah, the white flicker is normal. The screen, whenever you pull the trigger, just the way the home light gun technology works, whenever you pull the trigger, the screen does a quick scan to see if the laser, I think Dreamball might actually be able to give you a better explanation. But my scrub version is it does a scan to see if the laser is pointing at the screen. If there is, in fact, a match between the laser pointing out of the gun and the screen when it does that scan, it registers a hit at the location the gun is pointing. And if you point away from the screen, that's how you move in this game. There are no controls. There's just the trigger and these two buttons. You point away from the screen and you fire, and that moves you forward depending on how you manipulate the trigger. So it does the scan, notices you have not fired at the screen, and then converts that information into movement. And that's one of the reasons why, like here, on this screen, there's nothing I would be targeting, so pulling the trigger does not create that effect. So that's kind of what's going on. So I am pleased that with the just rigmarole of wiring that I have to set up in order to get this to stream as I'm playing it with the light gun. Yeah, incidentally, this does not work on an HD TV. You have to play it on a CRT because the light gun technology does not adapt and does not play well with non-cathode ray setups. But yeah, my big concern about streaming it has been that the flicker will be distracting, or even for some people, depending on situation, depending upon, you know, their health, harmful. But fortunately, that seems not to have happened yet, or people are polite enough not to tell me. In which case they shouldn't be, because that could work, folks. What a nice home. You have, I'm guessing, I guess you want to appreciate this a little bit here. So this looks to me clearly like the car entrance, and this is where you park it. Maybe there's an entrance back there on the side, I don't know, and this is like an old KFC, and this is the drive-through. But yeah, this is your yard. To your right, you have a lovely, lovely access to the sewers. I can only imagine the kind of rate they must have gotten this house at a discount. But yeah, otherwise nice place. CRTs are surprisingly difficult to find now. I was able to land this one at a local Goodwill several years ago, and it's not a large screen. I have to play fairly close up to it in order to get anything resembling accuracy out of my light gun shots. And if you're interested in other light gun streams, on the I have a YouTube channel where I archive all these. I've got playthroughs of the Resident Evil sequel to this, Dead Aim 2. Dead Aim, and also the Dino Crisis themed shooter called what is it? Dino Stalker. So those are fun games with the sequel follow-up peripheral to this. Survivor 2 is actually coming in the mail. That will be here hopefully within a couple of weeks, and that will be fun to stream as well. It's the Code Veronica themed one. I have never been much of a light gun player in the arcades, but because of how they have had to adapt the technology to setups that they can't predict for home use, I'm actually fascinated by that. So I'm actually very interested in these games. This is an instance that I was describing before of the entrance to an area being on your right. So as you recall, I came in through here and I started facing this direction. If a zombie were coming toward me, I could back up and I've got room to retreat, and I will not also run into this door. Let's see. There we go. Like I ran into that manhole before. Cool, yeah, as soon as it gets here, I've got this, it's an incredible mess, but I'm happy to do this again, because I enjoy this. I have a very strong affection for games that are made for very specific setups and are not intended to be ported easily. Oh, here's a Ghosts and Goblins moment. That is, as I'm shooting in this kid's room, that is clearly Arthur, spearing something in his ghost and goblin-y way. Somebody has a car. The kid's got a CRT. A very good screen to everything else ratio on that set, I gotta be honest. And that, I'm guessing that's a VCR. I mean, since this is made for a PlayStation, this would have been a cute moment to introduce one, but maybe not. Oh, wow. Look at this. It's a Street Fighter 2 comic with Cammy and Chun-Li, and there's an X up there, which makes me think maybe Sagat. That's cool. What is PVM? Oh my god, these kids, I really hope that they use those mattresses for barricades and this just isn't their normal situation. Sorry kids, we spent all our money on that giant airplane above your bed. As the kids cower and hear me shooting around the room, completely believing they are justified in their fear.
Don't be afraid. I won't hurt you. Where's your brother Lot?
Please, you have to save my brother. He said he's going to the factory by the ropeway.
Factory?
He told me that he could find a way to escape from this place inside the factory. But there are tons and tons of scary monsters there. I know that if he goes there, he's going to be killed.
What?
Please! We've already lost Mum and Dad. You've got to help my
I see.
brother. Please!
I promise. Don't cry anymore, Lily. I may have been a bad person, but that was before. That's not who I am now. I will save these two kids. I swear it. Lily, you hide here. I'll go find your brother and then come back for you.
That's interesting they applied a little bit of echo effect on his voice to convey for that one moment that that's his internal monologue. Oh, that's kind of a nice detail. They left the closet door swinging on its hinge. That's cool. Yeah, this setup right here, it's a TV VCR combo, and so it's actually interesting. You can put a cassette tape in there and record what you've got, and then when you play it back on a VCR and kind of record it digitally, you can get some neat analog artifacts out of that, which I enjoy. But yeah, I would love to find a good-sized monitor, a good-sized analog screen that I took for granted that we all threw out years ago because hey, flat screen. Not appreciating at the time how much I would want to use them for gaming purposes. Because I value the original hardware experience. Yeah, thrift store is actually where I found this one. And, oh, it just kills me. I would love to be able to go out comfortably again and shop for another one. But, I just going into a thrift store, going into a Goodwill seems like the wrong idea right now. I mean, if I feel uncomfortable going into a grocery store to pick up a, Diet Coke, then probably shopping for a monitor that I don't absolutely need should not be on my menu. Oh, come on, get a place down. Yeah, the shipping of the CRT is the thing that... Oh, God! Jeez. Oh, God, I hit my... Oh, ow. Hold on a second. I'm actually physically in danger. I had my legs crossed. And, hold on a second, I gotta work this out. I gotta walk around a little bit, hold on. Oh. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, I had my legs crossed and had my shin or my calf or whatever right on my knee, and so when I had like the full body clench of the shock, I actually pushed down on my knee in a way that was very uncomfortable, and I'm sure I'll be feeling that tomorrow. Yeah. That's Viper. Actually, that's one of the things. The way when this PS2 arrived a few days ago, I mean, it had like a layer of newspaper around it, and I was like, oh God, I hope that this was packaged safely. I am meticulous about wrapping things like twice in bubble wrap, even when I move, and I probably blow out my box budget because I do not economize the space inside because I'm like just terrified of breaking something this fragile. Evening, Lipitor. Yeah, getting old. It's 41 will get you. I've entered my orthopedic years of gaming. But yeah, there's an account, Twitter account that it basically tweets photos of CRTs. And, of course, very dear to my heart. And I actually found out that the owner of that account, who actually does, in fact, have many CRTs, is located about 50 miles north of me. And have thought multiple times about taking them up on their offers when they are selling. But again, now is not the time to be going out and about. Yeah, I mean, the thing about I have several like works of art that are framed that just being aware of that glass surface makes you extra attentive to the value of that, and it's just kind of like it's a sign of respect for the thing itself. All right, here we go. That's it? That's all you got? Not a good hunter. This interests me in this area because I just shot a bunch of dogs who are still here, and a hunter showed up, and I don't believe that this game regularly introduces multiple enemy types on the same screen. So that's neat that they can do that. And I also wonder why they don't do it more often. Oh man, selling off your collection. Is it a spring cleaning initiative, or sort of like, I don't know. I have some friends who are very heavily invested gamers who actually sell off their collections every so often to kind of clear the board for themselves mentally. Damn it. Didn't intend to do that. Time list. Ropeway. Okay. Suspiciously clear. I think it's totally reasonable. I myself have cleared out games for much the same reason before. Alright. Let's kind of reload this one. I feel like I've missed something. Let's try this again. That is good conscientious living, I think. Can I operate this panel? Oh god! No more knees breaking on the stream. Well, if you were getting rid of your Sega stuff, I would say I would want to have a private chat, make sure everything's okay. I think you and our mutual friend Persona are two of the most Sega heavy people I know. Yeah, I think you get what is great about Sega, and I respect that in a person. What is that? It? Oh God! It seems sudden. Well, I mean, it's a jump scare, so of course it would. Who else is it? Who else is it? Over there? This is very unsettling. Okay. It's behind those boxes. Oh God, there's two of them. Oh. Shot that one in the literal Achilles heel. I do wish I can't change the organization of any of these things. I do wish they would organize them by gun type. This is for all of the organizational glory that is the attaché case system of Resident Evil 4. This is maybe its opposite. chemical plant in an umbrella town? Gotta be kidding me. Alright. Now we're gonna go the gun fu route, and this is how I'm envisioning Art Thompson's gun fu going. A dog. No, move. Stop pushing me. Okay, crap. So, let's do this. Alright, apologies for the flashing that is about to happen. It's going to be very rapid. Okay. Evening, Squimmy. It's good to see you. Doing some gun survivor with peripheral. I like Handgun B myself, but at the same time, I am able to subconsciously tune out the flashing on the screen, but I would also like to be a little kinder to anybody watching it. So I'm actually sticking with Handgun C because it does add more of a delay between shots, and the power isn't bad either. KO? Interesting. Yeah, so this is what you get with the camera's auto-targeting when you have a moving target. Okay. I envy y'all and your Saturns. On the note of games that are prohibitively expensive now, a benefit of having the Japanese PS2 is that there are certain games that I would love to reacquire that in English are prohibitively expensive. Haunting Ground and God Hand being two of them. Tragically have found my God Hand case empty. It has the case, it has the CD, it has the booklet, but it does not have the DVD, and I think I might have just lent it out to somebody. So that saddens me. God Hand resells on eBay for something in the area of like $200. It's crazy, that cost. But the Japanese version resells for something like $40. So I picked that up for $40, and that's amazing. Similarly, Demento, which is the Japanese release of Haunting Ground, that retails, the Haunting Ground resells for, again, in the $200 range. Demento is like $50. So it's it is one of the benefits of having a Japanese console, is those things are much more price accessible. Can I take the elevator? I think I might. The ship might have sailed. Oh, I don't like this. I've never been down here before. This is cool. Ish. Okay. I also swear, these things move around. Shotgun used to be beneath shotgun shells, and... Oh wait, it still is. Never mind. Alright. Oh, this is it? Oh, cool. Yeah, I thought I was just going down some stairs. Really nice footstep sound effects. I like that. I can hear I can feel the crunch. Whew. Something I am excited about to play the Japanese edition of God Hand is I believe there's an additional roulette wheel entry. I think you get hit on the head with a frying pan and then all of a sudden you're super zippy. That did not make it to the US version. And I'm interested to see how that plays. Also, damn, I just want to play God Hand with a DualShock 2 again. Suspiciously vacant. Suspiciously generous. Try to down ball. Well, I'll puzzle out the katakana later. That's not a bad idea. I will. You know, that seems like that would be something that would be fun to stream. I'm game. Let's just pull C back here. Oh, let's see. If you have a different read on it, I am interested to know what it is. I'm kind of at 80 to 90% success rate as being able to determine what it is when I see it or when I vocalize it. So yeah, it's Tada no that, and I'm seeing Dan Boru. Like Boru is like ball or bowl, one or the other. Dasaboru. It's either in or so. And I have difficulties. I know what they look like in certain fonts, how they're different, but I'm having a hard time parsing this here. Don Boulder. Oh, okay. Yeah. Then I mean, I'm looking at a cardboard box. Oh man, that's one of the things that just slays me is that there are zubong for pants, which I believe is a French word, I'm so used to the Anglo-chauvinism of Japanese loanwords being from English that I immediately try to correlate it with something in English, and then when I find out that it's borrowed from another language, I'm like, oh, right. Just a box. That's great. I like how they made that an interaction point. So this is suspiciously open, and I've gone through 2 areas unchallenged, so I am expecting there's going to be a Mr. X here. Let's see. Oh, it's worse. Alright, shotgun time. These hunters are made out of paper mache. Oh, that's it? Okay. Spoke too soon. Oh, that's cool. I really like the reloading UI there. How the bullets kind of... the reloading UI for the Magnum is pretty cool too. I will share that with you when we get to a point that is Magnum worthy. This guy's got some HP. Oh. Reading chat, not looking where I'm going. Who is it? Where are you? Probably over there. Oh, crap. I'm down to 3? You know, originally I liked the fact that they died, they could be killed on their backs like that, because that means that they don't have iframes. But they also don't do their death scream, which is my #1 signal that I've actually done them in. So maybe that is less to my advantage. Yeah, we're not doing this. Bye, doggos. I suspect that if you wanted to speedrun this game, you could probably do it kind of like people do Dark Souls, because I don't think that killing enemies in every area is required to move forward. And I'm actually interested to know if there is a speedrun time for this game using the light gun peripheral. Oh god! Jeez, these hunters, man. Get me. I'm gonna take a hit. Oh man. Crap. Alright, I'm gonna use gun B to just load damage into it, so cover your eyes if that gives you a headache. Oh, yeah, it probably is gonna help if I equip the damn thing, huh? hunters in this one have a much more ape-like presence. Wonder how far that's going to set me back. Yeah, rip. You do get 4 continues, so that's nice. Oh, cool, the heartbeat slows down. Yeah, yeah, I got shivved by a hunter. Kind of like that. So, let's see. I'm gonna try and run around this dude and save these shotguns for a hunter I cannot avoid. Move it. You have collision and you're the worst. Oh no, dude, let me near the door. Okay, so that's not a working strategy. Oh wait, neither is using the handgun. Wow, that went to pot fast. Okay, do it again. Okay, jeez. But yeah, so that kind of answers my question about, wow, back in danger. Alright, cool. So, between the first save and this one, nothing changed except surviving that last hit. I'm also kind of feeling like the as far as like a physical object goes, those things seem to have the very wide shoulders. It's very hard to maneuver around enemies.
Lot?
That's a really interesting distinction, Swemmy, between the rendition of that line and its original. Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna cheese this one. Avert your eyes. So I feel pretty okay about cheesing Mr. X when they put me in a room with him and like my back is immediately against a wall. Everything I know about fighting him involves having a wide open area, and he can just absolutely bullet sponge absorb so much damage as he approaches you. Oh, there's another one. Kind of of broken pathing. Oh man, no presents? Breaking my heart. Huh. That's really cool. I like those distinctions, even though I myself have never played Illusion of Gaia. Huh. Weird. Yeah, the fact that the main strategy appears to be snapping the camera into place and then just continuing to shoot the center of the screen rapidly. I'm not a connoisseur of light gun games, so I don't know whether that is bad design, but it gives me something to think about. Oh boy. Oh, crap. If I could have looked up, I would have seen it. Quintet. Huh. I am not familiar with them, but I've heard of Illusion of Gaia. The reputation of the game precedes it. It is a much-loved RPG, I understand. And I think I've even been chastised by a few people for not having played it. Kind of in the, on the level of, like, FF6, worthwhile. Okay, I remember there is another liquor in here. And I've got... Alright, I'm gonna save grenade rounds for acid rounds for a boss. Oh, right. Let's, not make that mistake again. Come on, kiddo. Oh my god, grenades are useless! Jeez. I do not have a sense of that being a powerful weapon. Wow, yeah, that is chilling. Okay. There is a jump scare that I do remember here, and I'm gonna try and run through it. Alright. That works. plants are back. No, thank you. Cool. Yes. Where is... I think I passed it. Looking for something else. There we go. The tyrant in this one is pretty tough, and he does some has some mannerisms that are unique, I think, among tyrants. And all are... there we go. It sounds like this is supposed to be kind of like an alarm sound, but it sounds weirdly organic. Bait them out. There we go. Oh, it's steam. That's why. No, as a matter of fact, Mexican Sting, that's one thing I was surprised about, is all peripherals and even all hardware is perfectly compatible between the Japanese and the US versions, the US consoles. The only thing that differs is whether or not the consoles read the same code to accept a disc as bootable. That's it. So yeah, this is all of my US GunCon equipment, even the same memory cards. I can, on this memory card, as it loaded up at the start of the stream, I was able to access and view my US game saves in addition to the Japanese Gun Survivor save. Actually, I'll share with you another game that I've got on hand. It's fun. For the Japanese PS1 emulation. As soon as I get to a point where the music is a little less intense in my ears. Should be free of the music. Actually, I remember when I streamed this before with the US version with the controller, that this music came across as somewhat overbearing. It is fairly heavy-handed. But, you know, it's the moment. Yeah. Come back into my line of sight. Yeah, the RE2 remake really made these enemies much more risky to try to confront. They were one of the few that I think had definite one-hit kills that I ran into more often than not. Oh wait, no, back the other way. Actually, that's an interesting thing if I were to devise a speedrun strategy. Apparently it waits to see how long you've been holding down the trigger, and it's the second pull that determines your run. So you could technically hold it down during load screens, and then quickly tap it so you can get a sprint. Let me try that. Yep, that's not a great place to do that, but it's good to know. Alright, flame rounds and looks like a red herb? No, just a blue one. I don't think I've ever gotten poisoned in any of my playthroughs of this, on either the US or the Japanese versions.
They are creating these monsters on this island.
Okay, let's have to cheese it. There we go. So what you find in the lore of this game is that they actually get a little more technical specific on the creation of the Mr. X tyrants. That there's some sort of growth agent that happens only in teenagers' brains, and you have to kill you basically kill the subject by extracting it. So yeah, it's like it just makes Umbrella all the more evil because each one of these represents a dead kid. Which is surprisingly much crueler and darker than I'm used to Resident Evil going. It's like, it's just like kind of like a different tone. Oh yeah, we're in 15 FPS FMV territory, buddy.
Hang on!
Oh man. What do I have by way of shotgun shells? Two. That could be enough. Alright, good.
Lot, I'm sorry. Please forgive
They don't
me.
always
What are you
use
talking about?
the FMV
It's not your
for
fault.
narrative moments,
Vincent is the one who caused
and it's interesting to
everything.
see when they do, because it is obviously
I mean,
puppeteering footage captured in
What do you
engine.
mean?
Um,
You're the detective. Your name is Art Thompson.
What? Really? I'm not Vincent? Then why did you run away from me?
Because I'm the one that told Vincent about you.
Hello, I'm Vincent. I've been transferred to this facility to inspect it.
Nice to meet you, sir.
I know Commander Vincent. So I knew that you weren't him when I saw you.
What? A spy? Thank you. You are a good boy, Lot.
So then I'm Ark, and not
see, now it's an engine.
Lot, do you know of any way to get off this island?
My dad told me that there's a railway station up ahead from here.
A railway station?
I heard that it runs underground.
Okay, we'll use that. Let's go get Lily. Go ahead! Hurry! We'll meet at the station!
The self-destruction system has been activated. This island will self-destruct in 10 minutes. All the personnel must evacuate.
I don't think I'm actually going to get a break from this music anytime soon.
All the personnel evacuate immediately.
Squimmy, I'm curious, are you planning to make your translation like shared at any point, or is this purely like a personal gratification project? Yes? Is this my way forward? I think it is. I think it is. Actually, I think I'm wrong. Oh. Cool! I can use this first aid spray. Although, the silence in there is actually going to help calm my ears a little bit. So yeah, Mexican Sting. This is the other thing I got. This is... I was wrong. but as a preview, it's called Baby Universe. And let me wait for a more peaceful moment to share it. Yeah, give me 1 second. I want to get to a place where I'm not being assaulted with synth drums and brass.
That's right. At the request of my friend Leon S. Kennedy, I came here to investigate. Oh, yes. I remember everything.
Tell me the truth. You are a spy, aren't you?
Yes, I'm not Vincent. I'm Ark.
Bright red lie. That's interesting. There we go. Cool. I really wish I had the option to like look up and down, but I mean, I get why I can't because of the control restrictions, but it doesn't change the desire. Cool. All right, here's our tyrant. See any bullets or health around here? I don't think so. Master key.
You're not dead yet.
You're human. You must be the leader of the cleaner unit sent by Umbrella to destroy the evidence of this biohazard.
Whatever. I don't have time for your pathetic games. I have already set the self-destruction system. This island will be gone in a matter of minutes. Adios, Ark.
The last time I played through this, the person who was approaching me was Vincent. No! Crap, go! No. The game does seem to be awfully generous about not letting you get hit when you are running past enemies sometimes. Crap. Alright. This is basically the final Tyrant fight too, just so you know what we're in for. Whew. Well, honestly, Swimming, a lot of the emergency self-destruct music sort of tracks all kind of sound the same to me. This makes sense. Okay, so before I was... Hold on. Crap. So before I was noticing that there are certain cinematics that they take you out of the engine to present, and they present it in an FMV. But the FMV is clearly recorded from the in-game engine, and I think I now know what the difference there is. Ooh. Alright. There's a section coming up where these enemies are truly awful. Okay. So, yeah, I'm noticing that all of these cinematics that use FMV captures of the engine are ones that have fancier camera work than you usually see in the regular FMVs. So I'm wondering if the engine itself is not capable of really doing flexible, cool camera, swirly stuff, and they kind of programmed a camera specifically to move around the models as they're moving in the environment, and then just recorded that, and then they play it back as an FMV. That makes sense to me, and that's my current hypothesis. Nope. There we go. I said no. There we go. Yeah, sound effect lockups drive me nuts. I think we're coming up on an area that that just killed me every time playing through the US version. This one right here.
Get on the train! Hurry!
No, Mexican Sting. In the game's code, that character is named Hank, not Punk. Alright, let's just double check my guns here. Alright, this is the one that I want. These, those gorilla cleaner soldiers can absolutely stun lock you. And you could wipe real hard here.
All personnel evacuate immediately.
Here. Also, you basically have to take damage here because you can't look up, and the only way that you can get a bead on the enemies on the catwalk is if they hit you, and then the camera corrects up. So it's kind of a point where the limitations of the design are not serving the encounter very well. Peaceful music. Surely everything is fine now, right? Alright. Grenade launcher. Let's load acid rounds. And equip. Yes, Dream Bomb. This is kind of brutal. I'm actually going to give my wrist a break here before we do it. Mexican Sting, this is what I was talking about. This is, there we go, Baby Universe. Let's see, kind of do it without reflecting too much there. It is a 3D kaleidoscope simulator, and you basically, you can manipulate a symmetrical pattern that, like a kaleidoscope, kind of all the shapes change, are all oriented toward a central point. You can also play music and have it kind of bump some waveforms. But yeah, it's kind of a neat experimental thing. And the copy that I got actually comes with stickers. You can see it's got stickers for your PS1, open buttons, close, power, and everything. Yeah, so I'm kind of, I mean, I will mark up all my books. This is not sacred to me, so I will absolutely use these somewhere. But yeah, let's see. There we go. Seems like the kind of obscure little thing you would find interesting. So these are some of the waveform types. And it actually... This is another instance of the kind of thing that we were talking before about software that is exclusively bound to the hardware for some novelty or something. Because, you know, one of the novel things about the PlayStation 1 was that the game software ran on CDs, and it also played music CDs. In fact, I remember one spring break with my friends in college, able to sell them on the idea of bringing one because it could because it could play CDs in a place where we did not have a player, and that is how I got Resident Evil 2 on that trip. But yeah, what you can do, since it adjusts the kaleidoscope's activity to music that you are playing, you can load up the game in the system's memory, and then pop the Baby Universe disc out and put a music CD of your choice in there, and then it will play that music, and you can manipulate the kaleidoscope and the waveform and all that other stuff to music of your choice. And yeah, it's really neat. I haven't played around with it as much as I would like, but yeah, if there's time... What time is it? It's about 10:21. I actually do need to wrap up earlier than usual tonight, so maybe there'll be a moment for a taste of it before I head off. Should probably take off around 11. But if not, then we'll definitely do it as a stinger on another stream, because I'm so happy I've got this Japanese PS2. It's just like a whole new catalog of games that are open that are absolutely up my aesthetic alley. Yeah, the DMCA is a thing that I am aware of, but we'll see. I'm kind of thinking, I don't know, I don't have a CD burner on my computer anymore, so as though it were 1999, I'm asking a friend, hey, if I give you some MP3s, can you burn them on a disc for me for a music CD? And I think I'm gonna make it all like video game music stuff that I like, that, you know, passes that muster, so it'll go under the radar there. So yeah, I really got to get a CD burner drive on my computer again. All right, here we go.
Get in the helicopter!
I'm actually curious how the helicopter gets out there. Oh yeah, the mouth on this thing creeps me out.
It's still alive.
Dude, go! No! Okay. Grenade launcher is kind of ideal for the control scheme here, because you're kind of locked into the trigger press once you fire it because of the reload time, and that is actually long enough to tell the game that you want the next trigger press to be a dash. So you actually have increased mobility with that, with this weapon. As long as you're not, you know, as long as you're holding the trigger down when you have no option to fire anything else. Oh. Oh yeah, if you watch him, he's not going to be moving when I turn around. Watch it again. Like if you'll, yeah, and this is one of the reasons why I think that when my back is turned to certain enemies, they move more slowly, because he is absolutely giving me time to run to the other side of the level before attacking me. I think he would be absolutely unbeatable if he stayed on my heels the whole time. Oh, what do I shoot you with? Maybe a shotgun. Rocket launcher? Where do you see the rocket launcher? Maybe I have one in my inventory? See, this is the camera work. And this is why it's an FMV, I think. They're also able to do fades and cuts like that. Oh, the sound is so gross. Yeah, this guy it can be brutal. That's right, I can't turn my head. Yeah, it's kind of, I think, a lot of games that have running away mechanics now, like to, where are my flame rounds? There we go. Like to give you the option to turn your head while running, and that has been just, that's kind of an incomprehensible thing for me to actually use effectively while playing a game and running away from things. Oh yeah, the rocket launcher I think gets unlocked when you get to a certain gun completion, when you collect enough guns in your inventory. Based on where the flames are showing up on his model, I'm pretty sure I'm hitting him with these things most of the time, but still not 100% sure. The visual confirmation of a hit is probably one of the rougher aspects of this game as a shooter. Ooh, right there. Oh, he was, guarding. Let's see. Now I want to use my Magnum. Viper, like, do you mean like an external DVD drive that you hook up like by USB, or like an actual thing to install? I love the change in the sprite when you fire a Magnum round. Just the shattered casing is a lovely touch. Go, go, go! That reload animation is so cool. Also, the screen shake you get when you fire the Magnum is neat. No, go, 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 go! Dude, run! Okay. Okay. Maybe this? Okay. Running real low on specialized ammo that's worth a damn. Grenade launcher would be nice, but it's got like a range of like 5 feet, and that's not going to serve me here. I know the game wants me to hit him in the heart as a weak point, but at the range that I have to shoot him at, where I can make any kind of, you know, strategically sound action, it's just not accurate. And I mean, perhaps a better GunCon player could, than I am could do it. Let me try using the iron sight. Nope, that's actually worse. This is a very weird way of controlling this fight. Oh god, he's right there. Like, the fact that my control depends on where I'm aiming the gun in terms of whether or not I run is a very strange experience. I don't think I've ever controlled a game quite like this. Oh, go, go! There's a bullet sponge. I actually hate to see how much damage he takes on hard. Jesus! Finally.
Hurry!
Thank you. I'm actually curious to know, I don't know anything about helicopters, I'm curious to know how they got it out of the garage onto the heliport proper.
10 seconds to detonation. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Shina Island, more like been an island, because it's past tense. It's gone now.
We're safe.
It can't be.
The fact that they feel it now implies that it jumped from some surface. Maybe it was actually propelled by the blast, which is a very funny image. There you go, Ark. There's your, there's the rocket that kills the big bad.
What are we gonna do, mister?
Yeah. What are we gonna do?
I don't know, but don't worry. We can fly as long as we have fuel.
That's not an optimistic ending. That's not optimistic at all. Oh God. Hiroyuki Kai. I'm actually curious. What else? Oh yeah, some of the names in this credit are hitting like NES level of pseudonym. I'll hunt for that later. Oh, that's interesting. Looks like... Kissed Ice Kids. Lying Kitty. Yi Yi and JJ. Keihashi. Mononose Ryuji plus T. Asdi Panelski. I'm not familiar with any of those VOs. I wonder if they did anything else besides this. Tequila. O.H. Gwyn Wyvern. Foolish Yellow Kuma. Alive. O2WS22RN Dragon. Well, there's a Wyvern, and a Dragon on the team, so must have been a pretty crowded room. You're right, it is no gunshot. Which I think actually, Gunshot came very close to a DMCA problem on my stream when I did that. No, I did better this time, rank B. And I'm missing 2 more guns. Yeah, let's save our game. I went through so much trouble to be able to play this, it is increasingly likely that I actually will go through to get the other path so I can get all of the guns on this. 66%, 333. I think that a lot of the '90s English VO stuff came from. I mean, I think it was like disc jockeys and stuff like that. People who had an verbal English presence and were accessible and on hand. Maybe not necessarily, trained actors, but people who could enunciate and project. So yeah, that is Resident Evil. I'm sorry, not Resident Evil. That is Biohazard, Gun Survivor, and yeah, this was well worth the wait, and I'm super happy for it. Let's see, want to take a look at our options real fast. See what we've got. Okay, yeah, this is pretty much the same as before. Yeah, they managed to simplify everything so that you can manipulate all of it with the GunCon. Key config. Oh, weird. Okay, so the difference is whether or not your horizontal is reversed. That's interesting. I think the inverted form would be very confusing for me, but this is neat. I'm glad I looked in here because I would never have known this existed. Also, kind of a nice Resident Evil item style drawing of the GunCon 1. Except it's missing the, you can see it's missing the sort of airsoft orange. Let's see, what time are we at? 10:42. Well, so I think now is actually, I mean, maybe not a bad time to cut the Biohazard stream and just kind of throw in Baby Universe for like 10 minutes and see what that looks like. So give me just 1 second. I'm going to cut the stream, tear some of this stuff down, move some things around, and we can take a look at that. This is absolute chaos here, and needs a little bit of navigating. So give me 1 second. Evening, Peacher. Glad to see you lurking. It's always great to see you out here.